Hey guys, Level Cap here. Today we're going to talk about the progression system in Star Wars Battlefront 2. This is an important topic to discuss because it's complicated. I didn't understand it at first. In fact, I didn't understand it until I had a developer at a capture event explain specifically to me how it worked. And even then, a whole bunch of people who had been playing the game for 10 plus hours still didn't quite understand it. And I imagine a lot of you guys, when you get into the game, are going to be like, wait, I don't get it. There's like a level system, and then there's card levels, and there's class levels. Like, what's going on? How do I get the cards I want? How do I level up and get the better stuff in the game? So the simplest way to explain the system is to say that there's two different level systems. First is the basic level, your overall character level, your account level, if you will, and you see your level up progression bar change at the end of a game depending on how well you did, how many points you got. You'll level up faster or you'll level up slower. Fairly basic, pretty much the same thing that most other games with progression systems have. Now, the point of your overall level is to allow you to craft higher level class cards. When you hit rank 10 in the game, you'll be able to craft level 2 class cards. When you hit rank 15, you'll be able to craft level 3 class cards, and when you hit rank 20, you'll be able to craft the ultimate level, the final level of your class cards. And so basically, playing more is going to be a prerequisite for getting the higher level cards in the game, unless of course you get lucky and you get some of them in a loot crate. The only thing is though, loot crates can no longer drop the highest level class cards. They can only drop level 3 class cards, where level 4 being the highest level will have to be crafted, and you'll have to do that once you hit rank 20. And just to understand the color coding, level 2 would be the little green squares, level 3 would be the blue squares, and level 4 would be the purple squares. You could always say rare or epic, but I just feel like level 3 and level 4 is a simpler method. Okay, so that's what your basic overall level does. It controls what level class cards you can create or upgrade. Beyond that, though, there is the class card level, which is an individual level system for every single class in the game. And this goes beyond just the 4 basic classes. It also goes into any of the specialty classes in the game, which includes vehicles, and it includes heroes, and it includes any of the special troopers like aerial troopers or enforcer troopers. And so each one of these classes has an individual card class level, which determines both how many cards you can hold at one time and also what level cards you can then craft. Now you can see your class card level from a bunch of different screens. The easiest way if you're in the menu system is just to go to collection and then select whichever class you want to mess around with, and it'll show your class card level right next to your class. You can see here on specialist, it shows that being level 27 because I had a pre-order bonus which gave me one rank 4 card, and then I opened up a rank 3 card in a crate, and I have a bunch of rank 2 cards, and so it's really put me ahead of the game. Now, the slight catch with the class card level is that even though you may only be interested in a very specific set of cards for your class and ranking those up to the highest level, you're probably going to need to collect all the cards and rank them up to at least a certain level so you can get your overall class card level to a higher level, which will then allow you to rank up your class card levels even further. These cards do not have to be equipped in order to increase your class card level. It's basically just a representation of how many cards and what level cards you have. Since I have a level 4 card for the specialist and a level 3 card for the specialist plus a bunch of level 2 cards, it gives him a very high class card level. This does not in any way represent how much you've played with a class, or does it represent how strong your class is. You could have a bunch of level 4 cards for a class or a bunch of level 3 cards for a class that you don't want to equip or use, and you could be running with all level 1 cards, but you would still have a specialist with level 24 even if you weren't using any of your high level cards. So I hope that overall explanation helps you guys understand the system better. It is oddly convoluted. It's a unique system as far as I know. I'm not a big fan of the class card levels determining whether you can equip 1, 2, or 3 cards or what level cards you can craft. It sort of seems like a bit of a roadblock or an unnecessary step of complication there that I think will confuse a lot of new players right off the start. I'm honestly confused as to why DICE implemented such a confusing system that really didn't need to be. Now, there are other aspects to the progression system in the game beyond your overall level and class card level. One of them is unlocking the weapons for each class. There's 4 basic weapons for each class, and these can be unlocked by getting kills with your class, which is nice. Finally, a basic merit-based progression system. Everybody starts off with the first of their 4 weapons unlocked, and then getting 50 kills with that class will unlock your level 2 weapon. Getting 200 kills with the class will unlock your level 3, and getting 500 kills with that class will unlock your level 4 weapon. And so 500 kills will take you a bit longer, but anyone who's dedicated to the game and plays enough shouldn't have too hard of a time unlocking these. Now, once you have your higher level weapons unlocked, you'll also notice that there's some upgrade attachments for them. Each weapon has 3 different upgrade attachments, and these attachments can be unlocked by getting kills with the weapons. If you go into the milestones section of your profile, it'll show you the specific numbers of kills you need in order to unlock the next attachment. But basically, if you're enjoying a weapon or you really want to upgrade it, get more kills with it and you'll eventually unlock the attachments for it. Beyond that, as far as I know, there's only one other major aspect to the progression system, and that is unlocking locked heroes. In order to unlock some of the locked heroes, like you'll notice Darth Vader is locked, so even though you can get cards for Darth Vader, you can't use Darth Vader. In order to get him unlocked, you're going to need to spend a certain amount of in-game credits. Now, you get credits by completing games of Star Wars Battlefront. You'll notice at the end screen they'll give you 100 and something credits or whatever. You'll also get credits if you get duplicate star cards. So basically, if I upgrade a star card or duplicate a star card, it's going to give me a little bit more credits, and you then have the option to use those credits to buy the heroes. Honestly, the heroes are very expensive. The fact that you already have a bunch of good heroes in the game, it's going to be a hard sell to drop 60,000 credits on Darth Vader when that can translate into quite a few different loot crates. So you can certainly do it. It's just sort of, do you want to rank up your class card levels by opening more loot crates, or do you want to drop some money on the heroes? I have a feeling it's going to be more of an end game achievement to get some of those higher level heroes. I'm not sure how long this will take to unlock if you don't spend any real-world money, as real-world money can increase your in-game currency, as you'll be able to basically break down duplicate cards, and that'll turn it into in-game currency. Then you can spend more of that on loot crates and get more in-game currency. The more progression you get in the game, the faster you should get in-game currency, because you will be getting a lot more duplicate cards. Therefore, your currency will be replenishing much quicker. In addition to this, you will also get currency through your in-game milestones. The milestones are set up as just basically assignments. Some of them are very easy to get early on. Then there's mid-tier, and then there's late-game milestones. And the rewards should increase based on how far along the milestones are. So basically, if you play a class a lot, you'll eventually start to unlock the milestones for that class, which will either reward you with loot crates for that class or some in-game currency for that class. So throughout the progression of the game, you should be getting more resources in order to either get more loot crates, or it'll just be giving you loot crates specifically for that class. Now, just to alleviate any further confusion, I may as well explain the 3 different types of currencies in the upper right corner of the screen. On the left, we have your credits, which I explained before are just used for buying more loot crates in game. Then in the center, we have crystals, which represent the currency that you basically exchange cash to get, and crystals can also be used to purchase loot crates. So you're either buying them with in-game earned credits, or you're buying them with crystals, which you can only get with cash. I think maybe some milestones will also give you crystals as well, but I don't think it's enough to really buy any loot crates with. Then on the right, we have your crafting materials, and these can be exchanged for upgrading or building crafting cards. And so basically, these are going to be very important to stockpile for getting the higher level crafting cards, as they will require several hundred materials just to get the level 4 cards. Now, to finish off this video with a tiny bit of advice, I've already spent a bunch of money in-game to test out the loot crate and crafting system. I found that the Starfighter crates were the most value to me. One, I really like playing in the Starfighters, but two, they're significantly cheaper than the Trooper loot crates. They can give you Trooper cards and Hero cards as well. They're more likely going to give you Starfighter cards, but basically when you start getting the higher levels in the game, you're going to need crafting materials. And these crates are significantly cheaper, but I think they'll give you the same amount of crafting materials as a Trooper crate will. So ultimately, I found much more value out of the Starfighter crates. I don't want to say that this is confirmed the most valuable way to spend your in-game currencies, but unless you absolutely have no Trooper cards and you need some basic starting Trooper cards, you might want to look into buying some of the cheaper crates, as I think they're more bang for their buck when it comes to crafting materials. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.